I can't think of any animal, any flesh and blood animal on Earth that can actually do the damage that this creature is doing.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down the most eerie, notorious, and legendary creatures known as cryptids.
I've got it!
Number 10. Mythology.
It was said to be between the size of an elephant and a hippopotamus with a long, flexible neck. They called it Mythology.
The Congo Basin's labyrinth of waterways and forests is the setting for the legend of Mythology. It allegedly resembles a sauropod, a dinosaur thought extinct for millions of years. Locals and explorers alike have recounted stories of a colossal beast with a long neck and vegetarian diet. Like other monsters of popular culture, Mythology's presence is claimed to be real by those who have ventured into its domain, offering tantalizing hints of a prehistoric world that somehow persists. The pursuit of evidence for Mythology's existence challenges the boundaries of current scientific understanding, fueling expeditions and debates about undiscovered wonders hidden in Earth's remaining wild places.
In the strictest scientific terms, then, could there be a dinosaur living in the Likuala swamp?
Number 9. Yowie.
The Yowie story took hold in December 1979 when two students from Brisbane had an encounter while camping in nearby bushland.
In Australia, the Yowie emerges from the shadows of folklore as a formidable entity with a distinctly ape-like visage. Towering over humans, it boasts a burly physique cloaked in deep reddish-brown fur, setting it apart from known wildlife. The Yowie's face, eerily human yet undeniably primal, fuels both fascination and trepidation among those reporting sightings.
And I really thought I was going to lose my life that night. It screamed, it roared, it started off by stalking me like a cat.
These span the diverse Australian landscape, from the dense rainforests of Queensland to the stark mountains of New South Wales, painting a picture of a cryptid with a broad yet elusive domain. Accounts of its demeanor range from benign curiosity to aggressive confrontations, adding layers to its mysterious persona. Despite numerous sightings, tangible evidence like footprints or clear photographs has yet to solidify its place in the natural world.
We've got one photo which you can clearly see. You can see a chest, you can see an arm, and you can see what looks like a head.
Number 8. Thunderbird.
Scientists thought no such bird could ever fly. The upper weight limit for a bird capable of steady, flapping flight is around 26 pounds.
Native American mythology includes the Thunderbird, a creature of immense power and majesty, capable of summoning storms with the beat of its wings. This avian giant is described as having a wingspan that could shadow mountains. Sightings have been reported throughout the United States, particularly in the Pacific Northwest, where it is said to nest in the highest crags.
Man, we shouldn't have brought him. We should have just been us two. That'd have been so much better.
The Thunderbird's description varies among tribes, with some depicting it as supernatural rather than a flesh and blood form. It provides both protection and wrath, featuring prominently in stories that highlight its ability to clash with other beings. The Thunderbird remains a symbol of strength and a guardian of the natural world, its story woven into the cultural tapestry of indigenous peoples.
A real creature inside the myth of the Thunderbird.
Number 7. Kraken.
Release the Kraken!
Mariners of old whispered of the Kraken, a behemoth lurking in the deep, its tentacles large enough to embrace a ship whole. Originating from Scandinavian tales, this legend permeated the fears of sailors navigating the treacherous waters of Norway and Greenland. Descriptions depict it as a colossal cephalopod, dwarfing even the largest of marine animals known to science.
Now imagine like tentacles of freaking Kraken coming up this high. That is ridiculous.
Its power was said to summon whirlpools and tempests, dragging vessels into the abyss. Historical accounts, blending fact with maritime stories, often attribute unexplained disappearances and shipwrecks to the Kraken's insatiable hunger. Though modern oceanography dismisses the likelihood of its existence, the Kraken continues to captivate the imagination, symbolizing the vast, unexplored mysteries of the ocean depths.
Above all, the Kraken is about the unknown and reflects our lack of knowledge of the sea.
Number 6. Jersey Devil.
I've been double-crossed by the devil!
The Pine Barrens of New Jersey serve as the eerie backdrop for the Jersey Devil, born, according to tradition, as the 13th child of Mother Leeds in the 18th century. The devil was cursed to roam the vast, desolate forests. Its description is a tapestry of terror, a bipedal entity with hooves, bat-like wings, and a head resembling a horse or goat, complete with horns.
From cops to mayors, legitimate people saw this thing flying, and it's all described the same way.
Its piercing scream is said to chill the blood of those who hear it in the night. Since the 18th century, residents and travelers have reported encounters, describing a situation that defies natural explanation. Skeptics dismiss these as misidentifications of native wildlife, yet the idea persists, enriched by each generation.
Lori started this group because when she was just a little girl, she encountered something in the Pine Barrens that she believed to be the New Jersey Devil. Now, more than 30 years later, she's determined to take her first photo of this camera-shy creature.
Number 5. Moth Man.
Where did this monster come from? Why did it suddenly appear in this small town? And perhaps most curious of all, why were the first Mothman sightings followed by a visit from the Men in Black?
Point Pleasant, West Virginia became the epicenter of an enduring belief following sightings of the Moth Man in the 1960s. Described as a humanoid figure with immense moth-like wings and glowing red eyes, this cryptid quickly ascended from local curiosity to national phenomenon. Witnesses recount an imposing presence capable of flight and emitting a sense of foreboding. The Mothman's legend is intertwined with the tragic collapse of the Silver Bridge in 1967, after which sightings dramatically decreased, leading some to speculate about its role as an omen. While skeptics dismiss the reports as misidentifications of known wildlife or elaborate hoaxes, the Mothman has etched itself into the fabric of Point Pleasant through monuments, a dedicated museum, and an annual festival.
Big enough to hold that weight and that length of the form it was, and just carried it right on off into the night.
Number 4. Chupacabra.
I'm a Chupacabra, legendary creature, tiny ass goat, you know I'm gonna eat ya.
Emerging first in Puerto Rico during the 1990s, the Chupacabra, or goat sucker, quickly became notorious for its alleged predation on livestock, leaving behind animals drained of blood with precise circular incisions. Characterizations vary widely, with some describing it as a reptile-like being with leathery or scaly greenish-gray skin and sharp spines or quills running down its back, while others liken it to a strange wild dog with a pronounced spinal ridge, unusual eyes, and a lack of fur.
First thing that I saw was his eyes, and then its head, and I noticed it didn't have any ears.
The Chupacabra's reputation has spread throughout the Americas, where similar incidents have been reported, sparking a mix of fear, skepticism, and fascination. Despite numerous investigations, the evidence for the Chupacabra remains circumstantial, often attributed to wild animals suffering from disease.
He says he's seen it before in the Houston area, which has a higher number of exotic pet owners than many people realize.
Number 3. Yeti.
It has such a long footprint and long hair.
Veiled in the mystery of the Himalayas, the Yeti, or abominable snowman, stands as a figure of intrigue and speculation. It's reputed to inhabit the remote snow-clad regions of Nepal and Tibet, and is often depicted as a giant beast covered in white or gray fur, bridging the gap between myth and the possibility of unknown species.
Accompanying the Tibetan and Chinese text is this illustration, perhaps the oldest surviving picture of the Himalayan snowman.
Sherpas and mountaineers have woven stories of footprints left in the snow, suggesting a being with remarkable strength and agility. Western fascination with the Yeti peaked during the 20th century, propelling numerous expeditions aimed at uncovering evidence. While scientific consensus leans towards explanations involving bears or primates, the Yeti's cultural prominence endures.
Welcome to the Himalayas!
Number 2. Loch Ness Monster.
At the very heart of the myth, the so-called surgeon's photo. The surgeon's photograph is the icon. It is what most people see as Nessie. It is their Nessie.
In the serene waters of Loch Ness, Scotland, resides the enigmatic Loch Ness Monster, affectionately known as Nessie. This aquatic apparition is steeped in mystery, with reports dating back to the 6th century. Nessie is commonly described as possessing a long neck and one or more humps protruding from the water, evoking comparisons to prehistoric dinosaurs or aquatic reptiles. Interest surged in the 20th century when a surge of sightings and photographs captured the public's imagination, sparking debates and scientific inquiries into its existence. While skeptics attribute the sightings to misidentifications of mundane objects or animals, true believers hold on to the possibility of an undiscovered species. The allure of Nessie has made Loch Ness a site of pilgrimage for the curious.
The tape was so convincing, it immediately rekindled the controversy between those who believe in a monster and the skeptics who don't.
I'm amazed by what I've seen. I haven't seen anything like it.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into settings and switch on your notifications. Number 1. Bigfoot. North America's forests are reputed to be the domain of Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, a cryptid that embodies the wild essence of the continent's vast wilderness. Standing at an imposing height, with a body shrouded in heavy fur, Bigfoot is depicted as part human, part beast, navigating the terrain with ease. Eyewitness accounts describe a being of remarkable strength and stealth, often leaving behind only footprints or fleeting glimpses as evidence of its existence.
It was almost on a daily basis. When we found these prints, we attribute them to this creature.
The lore surrounding Bigfoot spans indigenous tales to modern-day encounters, sparking a cultural and scientific quest to unravel the mystery. Despite the plethora of reported sightings and occasional video footage, concrete proof remains elusive, fueling a debate that intersects science and the human desire to believe in the unknown.
I once again said goodbye to this mysterious creature that has somehow outlived its natural role, endured the tests of time.
What other mythical creatures belong on this list? Let us know in the comments. Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.